what the fuck?
A raid in the intro. How does that work? Because if I find something that they like and it's something I like, then yeah, that's how we do the conversation.
In the Carousel Studios in Hollywood, California, it's the Cara Carousel Show. The talk show where VTubers talk about VTuber stuff.
How am I getting rated before the show starts?
Go to vupechat.com. Click the Start Chatting Now button.
We'll take it though.
Have an opportunity to talk with Cara. With over 700 guests and counting. You could be next.
Right, why are you in the kitchen?
Because I'm a woman.
Get ready for the wacky.
So what made you decide to become a VTuber?
Viral moment.
Well, the people that made me decide to become a VTuber are canceled now, so...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get ready for the fun.
I can't zoom in that far. Hold on, see how far I can zoom in with my eyes. Hold on, let's see. Hold on.
I see more boobs than I do eyes.
Get ready for the laughs.
You alright? Oh, there go my keys. My keys fell off my desk. That's what happened.
And now, please welcome
Cara Carousel.
It's like magic when you kiss me. I wanna be everything you need me to be. I wanna reach you a love song, baby. I wanna reach you a good one you can't stop singing to me. I wanna reach you a love song, baby. I wanna reach you a good one you can't stop singing to me. Tap down, baby, let the boot go off. When you're whipping your head like it's a magic trick. And it's steady happening on the radio station. Your eyebrows down in contemplation. I gotta make a habit of this. I wanna write you a love song, baby. I wanna write you a good one you can't stop singing to me. You a love song, baby. I wanna bring you a good one you can't stop singing to me. You can hear me on the phone, and I might pull up kind of swiftly. Just want you to turn on.
All right. I think we're good. Because, yeah, Twitch will cancel us and mute the shit if we continue. But anyway, hello there. Welcome to the Cara Carousel show. And I appreciate, shout out to Lady Moon Nugs for the raid. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but you did it before I even started the show. Anyway, welcome to the show. It is, Saturday, December 27th, 2025. Hope everybody's having a good holiday here so far. And, yeah, we're doing more VupChat. This is what the Cara Carousel show is. It's basically me talking to people like I'm on a talk show on VupChat. So for those who don't know what VupChat is, it's basically Omega for VTubers. That's where I found mostly everybody in here. Listless Deity, thank you for hanging by, and gotta give a shout out to who else? Shout out to who just followed me. Tear Sheet. Shout out to Tear Sheet for the follow. Really appreciate it. You gotta give a shout out to Luna. She's a viewer of mine. Gotta give her listeners. And oh yeah, there's Reaver. How you doing, Reaver? Good to see you here today. And a Burnt Buck. How you doing? Hey, appreciate you for the follow. This is gonna be a 2-hour episode today because we're going to a wrestling event later tonight. So we're not gonna be on that long. But on to the weather report. It is Yeah, you're here too, Lady Moonhugs. I gave you the shout out. I gave you the shout out. I made sure because you rated me, so I gave you the shout out firsthand. Rated me before the show even started. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, it is 37 degrees in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, only 2 hours today. I'm going to a wrestling show. Hey, shout out to Hubs. Oh my God, it's Hubs. How you doing, Hubs? How you doing, Hubs? How you doing, Hubs? And yeah, it's been fantastic. We're going to go to a wrestling show later tonight, but we will be on all day tomorrow. I hope. But we'll see what happens. But it's 32 in Tokyo. Meanwhile, my dogs are in here playing. 57 in Los Angeles, 45 in London,
Attention.
and 40
A viewer says
in
hello
Chicago.
and has received
And
a studio
shout out to
sound from
Sammy.
Adele.
Hey, we got freaking. How you doing, Sammy? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And as you see, we added a new piece to our stage here. If you want stained glass art, you find Naira. She's on VoopChat. Believe it or not, I actually found her on VoopChat. She's very affordable, and make sure you got your color schemes ready, and she's fantastic. All right, let's get the show started with my favorite part, the advertisements. They're not real advertisements, okay? Calm down.
The Cara Carousel show is brought to you by VuPchat, the website where you can chat with VTubers, express your original self, and meet new friends. And by Baltimore, Maryland. There's more than murder here. And by Powerade, the official sports drink of the Cara Carousel show. And by Duolingo, the world's
Shout out
most
to
popular way
Duolingo.
to learn a
We're
new
learning
language.
Portuguese. We're learning Portuguese today. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, I am added for those who are in VoopChat. If you want to add me as your favorite, I'm on the list too. See, look, take a look. CARA. Look at that second one right there. So if you want me in there, or if you like me as favorite, you can have me as favorite. But yeah, I'm in there. And all right, let's get started. And there's not that many people on right now. I'm sure it's gonna pick up. People are still recovering probably from the holiday. From the holiday. Maybe people are recovering from the holiday. But let's see who we run into today on a 2-hour episode of the Cara Carousel show. We're still recovering from the 11.5-hour marathon I did yesterday. And I'm not playing with Carl. Or not yesterday, last weekend. I did VoopChat for 11.5 hours. The latest episode it's literally broken in 2 parts. So go back and watch it. And, yeah, dude, had a blast. Way too many people. But, where the people at? Oh, there's somebody. Like, where the people at? Where the people at? I don't know where the people at.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. What's up? What is
How
up?
much?
Not much.
Yeah, bored.
Bored?
Except I'm not made of wood, though.
How are you bored? You're on the Cara Carousel show. The only talk show where we talk with VTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking. I got a small following of like 3 viewers.
That's still very good, though.
Yeah, that's freaking amazing. Or people are like, oh my God, I gotta talk to the elf. Believe it, actually a few people. It was hilarious. Last week it was like, oh, I know of your show. I'm like, well, you already know what I'm about to do then. So it's starting to catch on. Slowly starting to catch on. It's like, there's this website called VoopChat, and then there's this elf on here that'll be asking you questions and all. Be like, be on the lookout for him. Be on the lookout for Cara Carousel. He's got this weird alert that scares people, and I hope, what's the chick's name? Or is it a guy? I actually have no idea. I think it's a guy. Hope he's on here today. I want to talk to him. He wants to talk to me.
Oh,
His name is, I think it's a he. Lauren Kangaroo.
I don't think I've encountered them.
Okay, well, let me know if you encounter them. Well, I don't know how you can let me know. if they're online today.
Eh,
Because I
That's
told him,
great.
like, I'm usually on every Saturday, and I DM'd him and everything. It's like, yo, he's like, oh my God, it's an important person. I am not that important. I'm just on VoopChat a lot.
It's just fun though. So
Oh, VoopChat's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. So, wait, who are the guests today? I actually have no idea who the guests are. Some random. I know there's some people. I think it's a couple.
no idea.
There's some kind of couple. I have no idea. Who the hell are they? Let's find out. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you can get a Chonky Lotus Oshi pack. You like Chonky Lotus?
I think so.
The dragon cat?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, now if I contribute $1,000, do I get my own Oshi pack? I don't know. The Cara Carousel Oshi pack for $5.99. I'd be the cheapest one in there. The cheapest Oshi pack for freaking... for VoopChat. See, the Cara Carousel Oshi pack.
Maybe.
Who wouldn't want to have a blonde wig and red rim glasses?
It's fun to also put like little Easter eggs, like I got it myself, for example.
Why you got a shrimp behind you? Is that a shrimp?
Yes, it's a reference to a VTuber's chat, actually.
A VTuber's chat.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is it everybody in his... Does he call his fans shrimps?
Shrimpies.
Shrimpies.
Yep.
I've never heard of that term. Shrimp.
Oh, they have a following of over 1.5 million.
1.5 million shrimpies.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's, yeah. Shrimpies. Who wants to be called that? What in the world? A shrimpy. That's like a Swiftie.
Yep.
But a shrimpy. What is he? Is he like Taylor Swift? Is he that popular?
Not sure.
Oh, I mean, he's got 1.5 million followers, though.
Yeah. I think I started watching her when she was only at like 20,000.
Oh, wait, what's her name?
Shy Lily.
Oh, Oh, that's the fan? Oh, wait. Shy Lily's a shark, right? Or is she a whale?
She's or cat.
She's a cat.
Or cat.
Orc cat.
Oh, yeah.
Ah. Wait, cats eat shrimp?
Yeah, I've seen them do that.
Huh. I've seen them eat fish, but shrimp? Okay. Well, learn something new every day here on the Cara Carousel show. All right. Well, thank you for the talk.
Yeah.
I don't know what we talked about, but I guess okay. All right. That was well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, see ya.
All right. All right. Yeah, my audience, my fans are called my studio audience. I make it easier for you. Again, I ain't freaking my studio audience. That's the name of my fans. And hey, Indecisive, what's up?
Hi.
How you?
Hey.
Hey.
I'm good.
Hey. Hey. Okay, I can't go that low. I can't go that low. But how are you doing today? How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
just chilling.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, we got a little new addition.
Yeah, I see that. What is that?
It's a little mini indie in a box because we need
Indian
a place for gremlins.
box.
Look at that.
Why is she in a box? What'd she do to get in a box?
She's chilling in the box. We have chicken nuggies.
Oh, there you go. That's all you need. Any dipping sauces for the chicken nuggies?
Depends on what you want. Buffalo, barbecue, spicy.
Oh, you know it. No ranch. No.
We have ranch.
No honey mustard.
She's just enjoying a little chicken nugget.
Sweet and sour sauce.
We have sweet and sour sauce. Yes.
Lord, I just saw I saw somebody do a What did they do? They did chicken parmesan instead of like the chicken patties. They used dino nuggies. They used dino nuggies to make chicken parmesan. I wish I was making it up. It was really good. I'm like, you know what? I might have to do that. Just get some parmesan. Instead of getting the patties, just get some dino nuggies.
That is so real. That is so real.
Chicken parmesan with dino nuggies. Might try, folks. Try that. See, let me know how it turns out.
Dang.
Chicken nuggies with friggin'. Oh my god, that could work.
I just had some enchiladas earlier, so.
See, you fancy with your fancy eating.
Yeah.
Wait, enchiladas are. Wait, what are they? What they're
It's like a wrap was drizzled in sauce. It's basically just it's good.
Now
it's
is it spicy? Because I can't do the.
I like mine spicy.
Okay, see, I can't eat what you eating. Now
I'm Asian. I'm supposed to like spicy.
I'm too old.
I'm Asian. I'm supposed to like spicy stuff.
Oh, you're Asian.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm black. We can't handle the spicy stuff. I like that. I mean, some of us can. I can't. Not with freaking hell no. I will freaking clean me out like Drano.
Dang. I mean, if you get some good barbecue going, I could get you some good Chinese food.
Okay, yeah, we might. Yeah, I mean, I love Chinese food, but nothing too spicy.
Nothing too spicy.
Nothing too spicy.
But come on, we got the best foods here. You can't lie to me.
It depends. It depends. Depends on it all depends. But yeah, it's depending on.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try that chicken nuggies with parmesan. Chicken. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. Mm-hmm. Now you're on TikTok right now, aren't you?
I'm not streaming. I usually do private streams with friends and or myself, but I don't do it on vupechat because we can't say Twitch because like TikTok doesn't like it when we go.
Oh no, can't do that.
Yeah.
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. Yeah. He said the T word. That's not Rush.
But yeah, I know what I'm doing. A good majority of VTubers are on Twitch, but I don't want to risk someone saying Twitch because I can't do that on TikTok.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, all right.
But yeah, I'm on TikTok if anybody wants to like.
All right, go follow this Asian lady who I made fall out her hammock when we first met. Because all I kept on doing was, all right, we're gonna go over here, and oh crap, I messed it up, and we're back. See, it's not as funny with this model. I can't do it with this model. It's not as funny. It really isn't. We're gonna go over here and and we're back. See, there's not a lot of. It's not as funny. I wish it was though. Oh boy, I gotta put a clip of that, like us 6 months later, like how it started and how's it going. I gotta post one of those. I need to post that.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's good seeing you again.
You too, man.
All right,
you too.
You have a good one now. All right, and shout out. Hold on, we gotta give a shout out to Hydro, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello there, Cara Carousel. I've heard about you.
Wait, you've heard about me?
I've seen you once or twice before, yes. How are you doing?
Yeah, you have?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Lord, word is getting around. word is spreading that I'm somebody on here that people need to look out for.
Well, I've only watched one video of vupechat before I joined myself.
Ah. Oh crap! I should be writing people's names down. I'm sorry. Okay, indecisive. Hold on. All right. I'm slacking today. I usually write people's names down. Oh my god. Okay, that was all right. That was bad. Okay, I knew who that was. Okay.
No worries.
Damn, I apologize. All right. Wait. Where have you seen me?
I don't remember the video, but it's not like on one video.
Ah, you may have heard of me from somebody else then.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, then you should know what I'm about to do. It's the Cara Carousel show, the talk show where we talk with VTubers about VTuber
Indeed.
stuff. I'm Cara Carousel. I'm a Babaniku Elf Gyro VTuber. Now, tell the folks at home, how many people are in here? 7 people. That's a record for me. What's your name and what kind of VTuber are you?
Well, let me introduce you to me, myself, and I. I'm known as Wabajak VA.
Wabajak.
Indeed. And I'm a variety streamer. I stream games most of the time. But these days now I found a thing to do voicing with, like this one.
Oh, okay.
And that is the thing I do.
Oh, you do you're a VA then. Okay, so you do like VA
I'm a data and voice actor. I do it as a hobby.
Okay.
And I do many voices.
Okay, all right. So what made you decide to become a VTuber?
Oh, well, a lot of people told me to do something with my voices. I sometimes also go onto a site where I also talk to other people, random people all over the world. And they all, each and everyone told me the same thing. You need to do something with your voice, boy. You need to do something. So that's why I'm doing something with it.
All right. Well, now, wait, how long have you been VTubing?
Almost a year? Not that long.
Oh, okay. So not that long. Okay, 1 year. Okay, all right, very good. So do you now wait? You say you do variety stuff?
Yes, indeed. Like I said, gaming most of the time. And these days I'm also doing vupechat right about now, you know?
So you're live right now.
Yes, indeed. So we're both live.
Yes, I am. I'm usually anytime I do vupechat, I'm usually live. So
I understand. These days I'm trying to do that as well.
yeah, you gotta making it a weekly episodic television show.
Yeah, well, if there are events on, because most of the time on vupechat are like 5 people.
Oh, you're usually in there for like the late events. So it's late for you then.
Well, that is if at the moment 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. at the moment.
You're 5 hours ahead of me.
I'm European.
You're on the other side of the pond.
Indeed, I'm on the side of the pond. I say.
All right. Oh crap. What got you into voice acting?
Well, that is a thing I have a long time. I had it a long time because observing voices and then after observing them, making them my own. I also use it for DMing from D&D.
Oh, okay.
Dungeons and Dragons, if you don't know what D&D is.
Oh yeah, I know what D&D is. Yeah. The one with the 20-sided die, the 10-sided die, the 6-sided die. I know there's 3-sided. It's like 99 different die.
A lot of die, I say.
You can get we gotta keep on your toes with the number of die that come on there, I say. Gotta keep it in there.
Indeed.
Gotta go
but it's also for chat to know, you know? Now chat also know it is Dungeons and Dragons instead of D&D.
Yeah, nothing wrong with D&D. I'm gonna get into D&D eventually.
That's quite fun.
Eventually, get into some D&D. I know a lot of people I've talked to on vupechat, they love their D&D. And funny enough, some of them base their characters off of their D&D characters, like their YouTube. Like their
that is understandable.
That's one that's one way that people kind of make their models. Like you know who Yome Quimley is?
It doesn't really ring a bell.
Okay, yeah, you can't miss her. She's a blue skin crazy lady.
Okay, I will say hi for you if I see her.
She made her model based on a D&D character she had. So
interesting.
That was really cool. It's like, all right, that's all right. Now,
Indeed.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food. Well, the thing is, a lot of foods out there, quite delicious. But I would say a very good spaghetti bolognese.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
A good one.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
And how about yourself? What is your favorite food?
Oh my God. Anything Italian, but mostly a Chicago-style deep dish pizza. It's pizza you eat with a fork.
Yeah, I can understand. I've seen the things. They are thick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're thick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like my women like I like my deep dish pizza, thick and chunky. Nice and thick and a little chunky, just a little bit, not too much. Now you can't be too big.
Yeah, that is indeed true. Because if they're too thick, then
too much.
you can't. It's not fit in the mouth.
I still gotta wrap my arms around you.
Indeed. That makes all the sense.
Still gotta wrap my arms around you. I can't do that. I'm like, oh, a little too big, and I'm a big dude too. I mean, I'm not like
a little bit chunky.
Oh,
quite
man.
indeed.
Oh, man. Now, do you have any like goals? I mean, with 2026 a few days, or no, yeah, 2026. That's coming up in a few days. Do you have any plans going into the new year? What do you plan on doing? Or do you have
one thing I do want to get evil by one of my revolutions is I want to get affiliated.
Oh, on Twitch.
Because I'm still not affiliated yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you'll get there. It takes some time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a marathon.
But I know
not a
lot.
sprint.
Indeed, I know a lot of people because I came at a lot of communities and
Yeah.
they are helpful.
Yeah.
They helped me with a lot of things.
And you're competing with millions of other VTubers out there too. So
yeah, that is indeed true.
yeah, so it might take you some time. It might take me some
But
time.
I don't see it as competition. I see it as colleagues.
Yeah.
And some colleagues are a little bit more popular than others.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
always gonna be a thing. That's always gonna be a thing. And what are my dogs doing? They're fighting over a water bottle.
What?
Okay.
What is the dog doing?
They're fighting over a water bottle.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they
adorable.
play with a water bottle. They like the crunchiness. They crunching on stuff.
Yeah, evil dogs need to evil chew, get their teeth on
They
something,
gotta,
you know.
they gotta chew their tea on something. So, but all right.
They
But
need to get a little bit feral.
yeah, a little bit. Well, all right. It's been nice meeting you.
Indeed as well. And maybe until next time, and chat toodaloo, and maybe until later.
All right. Well, give it up for Wupechat, the voice actor, everybody. All right. Give it up for the voice actor. Hey, somebody actually clapped.
Oh, thank you.
Somebody clapped.
That's nice.
That's amazing. Thank you. All right. You have a good
Until
one now.
next-
All right. Oh, man. And how you doing, Exali? How's it going? And goddamn it, speaking of food, I already knew it soon. Oh God, I know. I have not tried it yet. I know you're gonna ask me. I'm gonna do it eventually. I know. I gotta do the Mexican pizza. I know. I gotta look it up now to figure out what the Mexican pizza. All right, hold on. You know I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna type it in. All right, Mexican. All right, I'm typing it in so everybody in the stream can see. Mexican pizza. Well, I cannot spell pizza. Oh my God! I spelled pizza with an M on the start of it. Mexican pizza recipe. All right, we're gonna look it up. All right, let's see. We'll look at it. All right. Midwest. Okay, that looks good actually. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, that looks really good. All right, let's see here. Ground beef, onion powder. Okay, all right. Prep man. Can I put this in the air fryer? No, I can't. Probably not. Anyway, all right. We'll look at it later. We got the page bookmarked though.
Just as soon as I popped up, you were just like, dang it.
I knew she like, cause I knew you were gonna ask if I tried the Mexican pizza yet, or if I tried a Mexican pizza, which I have not yet.
Oh my goodness.
I have not tried. I have written it down every time I talk to you.
You have. It's kind of funny.
I have written it down every single time that I've talked to you, and I'm writing it down again. I'm writing your name in there. Saray, I cannot even pronounce your name. Something labyrinth. The deer with the all right, put in here Mexican pizza. I'm writing right next to that Mexican pizza, Pizza, and we'll circle the hell out of it. All right, so we're gonna buy the ingredients while we have money. because I'm about to get a commission done. So the bimbo outfit is coming in 2026.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean it's a little more. I mean, wait, I haven't shown you what it looks like, right? No, I haven't shown you.
No, you haven't shown
No, I haven't. Okay, all right, hold up. All right, I'm gonna show you the upcoming. Right now, my artist is currently on vacation, because it's Christmas and all that. So,
that's fair.
Christmas going on there. So when the first comes out, I will be wearing this.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, see, it's a little classy bimbo.
Very classy.
Yeah, classy. Not too skanky. A little. I mean, the skirt's a little short, but I'm showing leg and thigh though.
It's very nice.
Yeah, and I got controllers for earrings. So yeah, we're gonna see how well that goes. So yeah, that'll be when I stream games. That'll probably be my game streaming outfit.
Nice.
Maybe, but we'll see. But how are you doing? I'm sorry.
Little tired.
I went 3 minutes on a tangent over Mexican pizza.
You were excited about your outfit too, so you know what? That's fair. But that
I went on a tangent over Mexican pizza, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. But you tired? You say you tired?
Yeah, I worked today, so.
Oh God, I gotta work next weekend. Yeah, I work next weekend, but I mean, for me it's 5 days because we don't work New Year's Day.
I think I work New Year's. I had Christmas off though, so it was nice.
I mean, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, it was very nice though.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, I get New Year's Day off, but I work Friday and Saturday. But Saturdays are slow. So
yeah,
dude, it was slow yesterday. I brought my Switch yesterday, and that's how slow it was.
As far as like my job goes, it was just like, oh hey, okay. We can do this. It's fine.
Yeah, I just got paid to show up.
Did her early Christmas shopping stuff, so it's like, yeah, we're good.
Okay, well, all right. Oh, there's the surge. I was wondering when the surge was. All right, I'm gonna try the Mexican pizza next time I see you. I hope.
Bye.
All right. She gave me the recipe for Mexican pizza. She was eating Mexican pizza at one point. Hey, Morph, what's up?
Hello, Cara! And hello, you got your own intro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, as I was going in, I heard, I didn't know how to echo.
You had a lot of reverb on. I'm like, God damn, bro.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared. But yeah, literally, as I got you, I got a little standby. You are watching the Cara Carousel show.
Yeah, you are a guest on the Cara Carousel show.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Did you ask Voop to do that?
You wanna know how I got it? You can get one too.
Really?
Yeah, yes, you can. I can tell you. Donate $100 to vupechat, show your support, and you too can get your own custom intro and custom alert. All you gotta do is contribute $100, and once the $100 goes through, Hydro will be like, thank you for giving him your money, and he can set up an alert for you. You gotta sign a support ticket and all that stuff. So, but yeah, there you go. All right. That was advertisement.
Hydro.
That was advertisement, Hydro. I'm advertising. And
free advertisement, Hydro. You're welcome.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is because of me doing that, I had like 4 other people donated, or 3 other people donate $100.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then but yeah, it was
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, since I'm on the show for a bit, pretty much sure your show has been going on for so long, and we're on the last Saturday session for Voop. Wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, for 2025, and we're
2025.
We'll be doing one tomorrow, and then that'll be the last one, and then we'll do one for 20. I mean, keep it going. I don't know how long. Keep it going. I wasn't expecting to be this long. But people like it. It's starting to catch on.
Yeah. And hey, you're a great host, and you bring a lot of fun people.
People are starting to notice. It's like, okay.
Okay.
I had somebody from Celine's friend group. The Pegasus Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are. I watched your show." I'm like, "Well, dang, wait."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right." I'm like, it wasn't really a show. It was a joke of an idea that I kind of just went with, and yeah.
Yeah, and here you are.
And VODs is the platform for the Cara Carousel show, which works. I don't have to set up anything. I don't have to. And I have more guests than almost anybody.
Yeah. Great talk show host.
Yeah.
Well, of course. Well, it is the last Saturday for the year for Voop. Whatsoever. How about for the show, I do a little sneak peek.
Wait, sneak peek. Oh, your model? Is your model? Wait, your model's done?
You could say that.
Oh! Well, all right.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Hello. The movie star has arrived.
That's cool. You got a little film reel as a purse.
Yep.
You got the film reel.
I got all my stuff. I got all my stuff to transform into. I got all that stuff. Oh, hold on.
You got film. You got the film reels is like on the lapels of your jacket. I see a film strip, and then you got a film sword. Shoot, you more Hollywood than me.
Nah, I'm my own Hollywood.
Yeah,
essentially.
Got a whole joint all set. That's cool though.
Yep. Been waiting a long time for this.
You got the clapper as the skirt. That's cool. I like it. That's all right.
Yep.
When is it? When are you debuting it?
My debut will hopefully be by the beginning of next year-ish. Between maybe February through April-ish. Hopefully if I get everything done in time.
Oh, you set up everything with like the trailer and all that.
Yeah. Gotta make the trailer, gotta work on the stuff, gotta make all my little gotta make my film crew do like all the stunts and all the filming around there. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work.
That's cool. Can't wait to see it.
Yep, can't wait, Ivan.
Right.
Can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to see more Carousel next year.
All right, I'll be here. See you next year.
All right.
That's cool. I like that. That's dope. And how you doing, Zeta? How you doing?
Hey, Cara.
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
Doing all right. Wait, you haven't been on my show, have you?
I have not.
You have not been on my show.
I got an Athena welcome thing from
Overwatch. Yeah. Well, it wasn't Athena, but that's my own little voice thing.
Oh, very cool.
You know
it sounds like her. That's why.
A little bit, kind of, but that's not where I got the idea. But I mean, I made that in whatchamacallit, 11 Labs.
Oh, okay.
And you add a little chorus to it on DaVinci Resolve. All free programs, by the way. You don't have to spend money to create content.
You're absolutely right.
You don't really have to. I mean, there's a lot of free alternatives like GIMP.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, GIMP is good. GIMP is it's like free Photoshop.
I don't do my own stuff, so.
Oh. But anyway, it's the Cara Carousel show, the only talk show where we talk with VTubers about VTuber stuff. Yeah, you should know. Yeah, I know who I am. I'm a Bamaniku Elf Garo VTuber. Now, tell the folks at home, what's your name and what kind of VTuber are you?
My name is Ghostly. I'm a timekeeper, as I like to be on time to everything. I can't be late to stuff. I like being on time. I like keeping time. I like being punctual. That's what it is.
All right. You know what they say? If you on time, you late. And if you're on time, you're what they say? If you're on time, you're late. And if you're
late, you're on time.
If you're something,
I don't know.
If you're early, you're on time, and if you're on time, you're late.
Yes,
something
I've heard
like
that somewhere.
Somewhere around there. All right,
somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. Mostly work related. You better not show up late. You don't show up late to court.
Actually, for work, I'm always like an hour, maybe like 15 minutes early.
Oh, see, there you go. Yeah, you better not show up to court late.
Nah.
If you got the government, shoot, the court don't play.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. So, so what made you decide to become a VTuber?
Well, the person who made this is very close. The person who made my model is a very close friend of mine, and they actually just they said, "Hey, can I make you it and put it into my portfolio?"
A viewer says hello
Absolutely.
and has received a studio stamp for the day.
She made this for me for free, and I try to publicize it to everybody. So,
okay. All right, cool. Now, wait, how long have you been VTubing?
When was the first time I joined vupechat? And that's probably it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
So you brand new.
Brand spanking new.
Not too new.
There we go.
But you're not like brand. I mean, less than a year, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
Less than a year.
Okay.
Less than a year.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. So what do you do? Do you stream stuff? What do you or do you plan on doing?
I used to stream a lot, but I became very burnt out. Streamer burnout is very real.
Yeah, that's
and then
why
getting back into
you do
it
in doses.
Yeah. Getting back into it is the hardest part for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait. Now, huh?
I need to bounce my conversation off people. That's why I can't stream.
Oh. you need somebody to talk to on the behind there.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't like talking to myself.
Nah, I get you.
As much as, YouTubers do it.
Right. I mean, YouTubers mostly just narrate. They're mostly narrating, depending on the content.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that one.
I mean, depending on what kind of content they're loading, you're not really. I mean, you're talking to the viewer, but not interactively.
Yes.
That is. I mean, if you're streaming on YouTube,
Slim Jim. Oh yeah.
I do need to stream. I don't like Twitch because of all the controversy.
Oh yeah, we don't need to talk about what just happened with a certain person, but yeah.
Yeah. If you stream on Twitch, you have such big hurdles to get over to actually get a following.
I mean, that's just social media, period.
The my eye tracking works better when I don't have my glasses on. Yet my eyes are just two lines.
Oh, so what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Chicken strips.
Oh, we were just talking to somebody who had chicken tendies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like homemade chicken tendies too.
Yeah. Oh, do you air fry them?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go. You air fry some chicken tendies. Seems to work out.
Mm-hmm. I actually made a homemade McChicken at home.
Ooh. That sounds good. Because I love a McChicken. Oh, fantastic.
I'll give you I'll shoot you the recipe on Discord.
All right. Well, thank you.
It is air fryer friendly.
All right. Shout out to holy crap, we gotta give a shout out to Naira, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a shout out to Naira. She drew this art. If you want art by Naira, hold on. I'm gonna link you to VGen. Hold on. We'll link you to VGen after we talk Comedyverse here. Again, yeah.
Oh wait, that's interesting, Cara.
Yeah, it is. It's kick ass, isn't it?
I didn't think you had a custom thing there. That's interesting.
You know you can have one too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll have to figure that out later.
Well, you can figure it out by telling you. I can tell you how you can do it. Donate $100 to vupechat, and you too can have your own custom alert. All you gotta do is donate $100. I mean, you got like 90 days left. Basically, you got until the end of March.
Okay.
Donate $100 to vupechat, and Hydra will be like, thank you for giving me your money, and here, you can have your own custom alert. When you do donate, you can send a ticket and be like, hey, what MP3 you want to use? You can use whatever sound you want. As long as it's safe for work. All right, back to the show.
That's fair.
We're doing hashtag ads for today because people are like, how you get that sound? I'm gonna tell you how. So $100.
You know what? That's pretty much fair. I wouldn't expect anything more or less.
Yeah. Suck it, partners. I got my own ding. Yeah, suck it, partner. Like, yeah, I got my own ding. What you gonna do about it? My own unique ding that's unique to me.
Dang, you're calling out Twitch partners like that? Man, that's
no, not
good.
Twitch, vupechat partners.
I'm pretty sure some of them probably still donated. Let's be fair.
Well, one did. It's because she saw my... I'm sure they have behind the scenes. I don't know. Hydra won't tell us.
No, probably not yet.
He's probably got some secret experiment under wraps.
Probably.
Maybe,
I wouldn't know.
Maybe. We do not know. We do not know. We do not know at all. Do not know. But how have you been?
Not too bad. Christmas has came and gone. Like we've actually had some good stuff coming in, custom made stuff from the sister and the mother, and we also got a new microphone as well. So we're going to be playing with that later.
All right. Shout outs to high quality microphones.
Well, it's I would say it's a pretty good one. It's the Siren V3.
I do not know what that is.
The Razer Siren V3.
Razer. Hell yes, Razer. All right, yep, money.
Yep. Oh, it isn't that bad, really. It's pretty good. It looks pretty good. I haven't tried it out yet, and I'm going to basically do the voice acting for this one.
Oh, okay. I'm using. What am I using? Some $60 or is this $40? Some Amazon one from Fee-Fine or whatever it was.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I also. What's also was $40 was the microphone that I'm using right now is the Siren Mini. Like this one, I can't do much with it. Like I can't really como say hit the mute button or adjust the sound. So like anything that I have to say just goes through that.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, so you need a mute button for the microphone.
Yeah, that way. So I think I already told you the mascots that I have.
You got the three birds.
Yeah.
Poncho, what are their names again? Poncho,
Paco, and Pablo.
All right, see, I gotta rewrite that down. Poncho, Paco, and Pablo.
Yes, they all have their different. Basically, what I'm gonna do is when I figure out how to not have the VTube Studio or track my lips, so I'm gonna have one mic that uses my voice and then the other mic as their voices. So I'm kind of doing a ventriloquist thing. So VTubing, VTubing, as you can say.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you they need the boys need girlfriends.
Yes.
Yeah. Like Poncha, Petunia, and what's another Mexican name that begins with a P?
Paulina,
why not?
Paulina, yeah.
Yeah, she can be the thick one.
If you've seen Danny Phantom, I'm pretty sure you've seen that.
Yes, I have. Ooh. Yes, indeed. I've seen it. I've seen it. But yeah. But all right.
Although, in fairness, in our time, she was not technically a minor because we were minors ourselves.
Yes, we were. But all right, it's good seeing you again.
Been good seeing you too.
All righty, you have a nice one now.
See you later.
All right. Okay, now, yeah. If you want, hold on, I gotta link the VGen. I'm gonna link your VGen now here. Hold on. If you want this stained glass art, hold on. How you type in VGen? There it is. Oh my God. How do you not know how to spell? Holy shit. All right, stained glass art. Okay, you go here, you go there, and then you go here. All right, you type that in, and then you go here, and then you go there, and then you type it in here, and then you type in this, and there you go. All right, if you want stained glass art by Naira, go to that joint. She's accepting commissions right now. Hey, G11, I'm sorry, how you doing? You all right over there?
Pay your taxes.
I pay my taxes.
You better.
I pay it, dude. The moment that W-2 comes in, it's like, oh, time to TurboTax. I pay them $100. I pay them. How much do I pay them to do my taxes? $50, or is it $100?
$50 of taxes.
Or somewhere. Yeah, they pay. I pay them to do my taxes because I don't know how to do taxes.
Wait, you pay other people to do your taxes?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, I do. Because I don't know how any of that stuff works. So all I do is answer questions. It's like, have you recently been married or divorced or what happened? And it's like, no.
Have you recently been married?
Like, has anything life-changing happened in your life? I'm like, no. I became a VTuber. That's life-changing, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, that's a change.
Did you recently change jobs in the past year? Or oh God, I gotta do that. I gotta, because I got a bunch of I'll have two W, or is it, are they? Yeah, I have two W-2s now. Well, I'll have two W-2s going into next year. I gotta file for both.
What?
I gotta file for two separate places because I had two jobs. I worked in two separate places over the course of a year.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Did you get fired?
No, I just transferred. I did not get fired.
Transferred?
Yes. Same company, just different, like, building or whatever it is. Or a different department.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Been at the same company for about 10 years.
Yeah.
So, that's what I've been doing. But what have you been up to?
Honestly, nothing.
Wait, all week?
Not really. I mean, I got
Did you have a good Christmas though?
Sorry, I just got jump scared.
Jump scared by what?
A tank.
Wait, what are you playing?
War Thunder.
Oh,
War Thunder.
War Thunder. That's the tank game that VTubers love to play.
I mean,
all the VTubers I know
love
play War Thunder.
The only thing I know about War Thunder is that it's Eternal Torment.
Wait, so why are you playing it?
Eternal Torment.
You like tormenting yourself.
It's like drugs. It's like you know exactly why it's wrong for you, but you just can't stop.
But you come back to it.
You can't stop.
It's like going to a strip club. It's like, you know you're not supposed to be in there, but you come in there anyway. You know you're married with kids waiting for you at home. But you go in there to see some booty.
Cara, have you stuff to tell us?
No. I'm just thinking. I was making shit up. No.
Cara?
No, I'm good. Like,
why is that the first thing that went to your mind?
I don't know. You were talking about drugs. What are you talking about? You talking about drugs? Strip club is a little more.
Strip club, man.
You were talking about like, playing War Thunder is like being on drugs. You're like, you know it's bad for you, but you keep going at it. It's like going to a strip club. You know you're not supposed to be in there after a certain time, and yet you still go in there.
After a certain time?
Yeah, there's certain times you don't go.
What do you mean by that, man?
I don't know. I mean, there's certain times you just got the times you don't go in there. This episode is very off the rails. What the hell's going on?
What is happening?
I have no idea. I have no clue. But yeah. So you're playing War Thunder.
I mean, Now I understand one thing. Don't go to the strip club, guys.
All right, yeah. Well, in that case, then you need to stop playing War Thunder.
Where is that BT5, man? What?
All right, well, you go ahead and enjoy finding the BT5, and yeah, that was so weird. What in the world is going on? What up?
Not much. Just got back from the holidays, so.
Ah.
What about you? How about your holidays?
All right. I mean, we enjoyed the day off. That's all we did. Enjoyed the day off, and yeah, and we're here today for a couple hours.
Nice.
Yeah, we normally be on a little longer today, but we have real life stuff to do. But we'll be on tomorrow.
Did you get anything nice?
Cologne.
Oh.
Yeah, I got cologne. Cause I like cologne. Cologne is awesome.
Fair enough.
You know, the older you get, the less you. I mean, it's the simple stuff we care about. We don't care about like super extravagant stuff. All the older you get, it's like, all right, just give me like a gift card. I can get what I want.
Yeah.
Or give me some money. I can buy what I want. I don't need like a pair of socks. I'd be all right with a pair of socks. I'm at that point now where a pair of socks is a gift. Oh God, I'm getting old. Don't get old, kids. Yeah, a pair of socks.
I got a new gaming keyboard.
See, yeah, you fancy. I actually do need I need one for work. I need a gaming keyboard for work. Even though I work in a car dealership, I can have a clickety-clack gaming keyboard to piss my coworkers off with. Just with the sound of the keys.
Mine's actually pretty silent.
Ah, okay. But does it glow? Does it have the RGB glow, the glowy in there? When you plug it in,
does.
So you can program the glow.
Well, I can change its settings. Yeah.
You can change the color of the glow and the brightness of the glow. Make it glow. Make it blow up.
I think it can. I've only figured out how to change the colors. I haven't figured out the rest of it.
Yeah, like the brightness settings, you want all the way up. You can see it when you turn the light off. Yeah, that's the good kind. Yeah, the kind where you can press it and then it lights up the whole house.
I do have a lantern that's like that, a collapsible one.
Ooh.
I really came in handy when the power went out.
Oh, it's a LED lantern or RGB lantern.
Yeah, it. I remember. Wait, I think I was like, oh wait, I think my dad gave me something for this occasion. So I went over, reached into a bag, and I pulled out that very lantern, opened it up, and it lit up the whole apartment.
Ah, yeah, that's what it does. That's what it does. Hold on, I gotta pin this comment in here. Hold on, I'm pinning a comment in my chat. It's for freaking. Hold on, but other than that, you doing all right?
Yeah, so far so good.
Hold on, for stained glass art commissioned. There we go. Okay, so put that there and pin it. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. We pinned it in there now. So if people want stained glass art, you can go to Naira. She does stained glass art. The one you see in the background, she did that one, and it's freaking amazing. And we're promoting it. I'm gonna pay her way through college, or whatever she's doing.
Well, it was good talking with you, Cara.
All right. Well, good seeing you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right. Yeah, yeah. Naira, I'm gonna get you through college, or whatever it is you're doing. I'm gonna make sure your rent's paid. By putting it on there, people gonna ask, like, how you get that thing? Boy, that zoom in was crazy.
Hey,
That zoom in, you did that quick. You did that quick zoom in. That joke was like you. The moment I cued in, you were like, hey, Cara. I'm like, holy shit, scared the shit.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
I was like, oh my god, what the hell?
I didn't mean to zoom in that far.
That zoom in was crazy.
I was like, what's up? Yeah, I didn't mean to, Cara.
Nah, it's alright. But how are you?
I'm been doing alright.
A new follower.
And you've been freaking. Wait, have you ran into any new people yet? Or whoever the guest is, some couple. There's some couple on today. I don't know who they are, but they gonna find out who I am.
Oh.
They're gonna find out that they're gonna be on a talk show. Wait, who are they? Let me see here. Selena as a something and I cannot read. Oh my god. I cannot read. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. And if you're not in school, go back to school.
Yep.
Get your education, especially now, because kids are getting dumber.
Yep.
Every kid. According to some teachers, kids are dumb as hell because they don't know how to shut up.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I'm an adult now. I'm so glad I was born when I was born. Feel bad for kids today.
Thank gosh. I don't want to be.
I do not want to be a kid again.
I don't want to be the 6'7" kids.
Oh god, don't get me started on that crap. That whole 6'7" trend. What the hell is that?
How in the world did that become a trend?
Some rapper just said 6'7" off of one of his songs, and I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
Let me just tell you, rap was so much better back in good old days.
Wait, what's the good old days for you?
Tupac, Notorious.
Oh, yeah. Bone Thugs.
Eazy-E.
Yeah, Easy. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, the good rappers.
Yeah. The West
There
Coast.
are exceptions in this era, though, but I think the nostalgic ones are so much better. Besides a certain someone, but you know who I'm talking about. He has a documentary.
Does it involve baby oil? Okay. I want to make sure. Would you? I guess you can count him as a performer. I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed how he turned out to be.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm so disgusted.
Yeah. Wait,
and,
huh?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was gonna ask you if you listen to do you have XM radio? Do you listen to XM Fly?
I don't have those programs, but I do have some sort of music app, and I put some good songs on there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Wait, what were you gonna ask me?
Let me just say, like rap. Let's just say I like rap, but it's the OG days that I prefer.
So 90s and early 2000s.
Yep.
Like when Lil Wayne was coming up.
Yep.
Like Big Timers and DMX is kind of there, and good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Times were so much simpler nowadays, and now everything's broke.
Pre-internet. Well, internet was just coming out.
Yeah, but now everything's woke, and then
everything is freaking
and they're skibbity, whatever.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
Thank goodness I was not born in this era.
Same here. I'll be 40 next year.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm old.
And I'm 25, and I'm turning 26.
Yeah, I'm ancient old. I'll be 40. Yeah, 40 next year.
But you sound 30 something.
No, I do. I sound. Yeah, I sound like in my 30s, but no. The best part, you know what? I look like I'm in my 30s too, cause I ain't got no kids. No kids hold me down.
Well,
right.
I'll see you, Cara.
I'll see you later. All right. the diddler. Oh wait, somebody older than me? Uh-oh. Okay, I'm the 4th oldest then. Cause there's people on here that are older than me on vupechat. Yeah, the diddler. Yeah, we were talking about Diddy. We were talking about Diddy. Oh Jesus Christ! But yeah. I'll be 40 next year. That's funny. Okay. Speaking of, oh yeah, we gotta get that commissioned. We still gotta get that commissioned.
Yo.
What up?
Cara.
Yes.
How's it going?
Doing all right.
Look at that. Look at that. That behind you.
Oh, the stained glass art.
It looks amazing.
That you can get commissioned by Naira. She's also on vupechat.
I know. I've already talked to her. She
Oh,
told
you
me
did?
about it.
Yeah.
She was telling me about told me about how she prepped that for you.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
She did amazing.
Yeah, she was cheap too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's it been?
Been all right. You getting one?
Not that I know of.
You're not gonna support your fellow VTubers and get some stained glass. Well, I know you thinking some stained glass art.
I don't know. I don't really have use a background yet. I might do that when I find. I might have it for. I might talk to her later about it.
Oh, when you get a
when I get a background, figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just hanging on a wall.
Yeah. Nah, that's fine. Yeah.
It goes with the atmosphere.
Yeah, with this actually it does. I didn't think about that.
It does. Yeah. Having that there, the plush too.
It works out perfectly. I need to. Oh, hold on. Is Peach Chai on? Peach, are you on? I might have to get you to commission the bimbo one. I need you to make me a bimbo. Plushie.
A bimbagami?
No, a bimbo. The plushie. The bimbo with the bimbo outfit.
Oh.
Yeah. My second outfit. I gotta get her to commit. I'm gonna find her to commission me a plushie.
Okay.
Yeah, she drew this one. Is she online? I don't know. Dang it, she's not online. Son of a bitch.
Well, I'm sure she'll find a way.
I'm gonna let her know. I'm like, hey, I want the bimbo plushie.
You wanna look good.
Yeah. So when the outfit comes out, I can have the plushie right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do that,
Nice.
and then I gotta get Naira to do the commission for the stained glass art for the bimbo outfit.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I do have permission to sell this, so I might make it a sticker.
Oh, the first time?
The stained glass art.
Oh.
I still gotta get the first time meme commission. I gotta find somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be I'm gonna have that. That could be a sticker too.
So all right, cool.
So stained glass art, charm, or she was saying charm, so I might do charm. A stained glass
make them a little smaller, and they'll definitely get there. Yeah,
make a charm.
Put it on the Uwu market.
Yeah, stick it on the Uwu market. Pay $300. No, I mean that's how much it costs to get on there.
Wait, really?
I think it's some weird pricing thing. You gotta
to join the Uwu market.
Yeah, just to join the Uwu market
as a vendor.
Yeah, as a well, what they do is they draw all the stuff for you. Like
Wow.
they have artists there that draw all the merchandise, but you can submit your own merchandise. I've been looking into it.
Huh.
I've been looking into it. I've been scouring just to see.
Okay, I never knew that you had to pay money just to be part of that place.
Mm-hmm. Or from the looks of it, yeah. I think it's 300 something.
Okay.
Or some kind of. I've been looking into it, but yeah, we'll see though.
All right.
But yeah, the moment the first time thing comes out, y'all will get first dibs with the coupon code Cara at checkout. I guess
Nice.
I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go along. We don't know yet. I'm gonna have coupon codes.
Nice.
We're gonna be rich.
Yes, you are.
Hopefully, but yeah, now you Shaylong And then Hydro got to get your cut for any first-time sales, which will be like probably 4 of us. So you get like 25 cents.
I'm about to say, you're going to put... what was Shaylong's put into that?
He told me about it.
Oh, he told you about the image?
Yeah, he told me about the image.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for him.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. See, you started the catalyst. Hydro basically
drew it
and Shaylong told me.
They told you about it.
And there you go.
Nice.
The rectangle effect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's good seeing you again.
Good seeing you again.
All right. See you later.
See you later.
All right. we can make some money with the Cara first time meme. For those who don't know what it is, hold on, I can show you what it looks like. This is the Cara. This is the picture. Hold on, I can show you while we're waiting for the cue. This is the picture that Hydro made. This way.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man.
First time?
Yeah. Freaking, I was showing the studio audience this freaking meme that Hydro made.
First time?
Yeah, the first time meme on freaking, he made that shit. I gotta get him to commission it. Or I gotta get somebody to commission the actual, like me with the actual, with me on it. But how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm shiny hunting for an EV.
I hear you're playing some kind of game, but it's Pokemon.
Yeah, Heart Gold and Platinum.
Oh, damn! You play all the old stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff is expensive as shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, you ain't got the new stuff. Okay.
I'm a broke homie.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, play the old stuff.
Hell yeah.
I don't have gold and silver. I don't have hard gold and soul silver though. I have what do I have? I think I got what's the oldest game I have? I think I have blue.
Oh,
the old.
I think I remember you saying something about that.
Yeah, still have blue. I know I got X and Y. I got X somewhere. Omega Ruby, or is it the Sapphire one? I don't know which one I got. I know it's one of them giants. I know I got one of the newer ones, the remakes. I actually have the old one.
Omega Ruby's the remake.
Yeah, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Auraz is the remakes.
Yeah. I have that one. Sun, I think. Whatever that gen is. And then I got Black.
That's Gen 7, I think.
There's way too many gens now.
And then we're going to double digits.
Wait.
We're on Gen 10 soon.
Wait, soon?
Yeah, like we're on Gen 9 right now.
Wait. Scarlet and Violet is Generation 9.
Scarlet and Violet Legends EA is Gen 9.
Good God, that's too many. Well, how many more Pokemon do they need?
Well, already
we're at 1,000 already.
We're 1,025,
and 90% of them suck. Freaking 90% of all 1,000 Pokemon kind of suck ass. It's like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. There's 56 characters in that game, but like 6 of them are viable.
It's like Brawl. 90%, 99% of the roster is bad, and everyone plays Meta Knight.
Oh God! Don't get me started on that crap. Oh, I didn't have Brawl. Thank God I didn't have Brawl.
I do. I did.
I didn't have Brawl.
I didn't know about the competitive scene, but like I love to play Subspace. I'm playing through it at the moment on the hardest difficulty, and oh my God, Rayquaza is a absolute HP sponge.
Oh yeah. I had not
Yet I beat it first try.
Oh, good. Damn.
Well, I was only reason I went back to was rewatching Alpharad. He was playing through it on the hardest difficulty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he died to Rayquaza like 5 times.
Oh.
But here's the real question: how does Diddy Kong have beef with Rayquaza?
I don't know. Yeah, ask them. That's funny. How does Diddy Kong and Rayquaza having beef over what? Did Rayquaza steal his bananas or some shit?
Probably
something.
If not, it's probably rent.
Maybe he like freaking he tore his house down or something like that. Maybe.
We'll never know.
We will never know. But yeah, like in my area, the Smash competitive scene was very big. I don't know how it is now because I'm not into Smash like I used to.
I'll sometimes play Smash Online.
Yeah, I can't play Smash Online no more. Oh God, I can't do it. Nope. I'll watch, but I ain't gonna play it. I will watch it, but will not play it. Not at all. Not at all.
Got it.
I'll bet my coins.
Not even with friends online? Not even with friends online?
I ain't got no friends on Switch. Or at least I don't think I do. They all playing other stuff. Granted, I haven't touched my Switch in months. Last game I really played was F-Zero 100. Or no, F-Zero 99. Yeah, that was a fun game, though.
Yeah, I haven't played it myself, but because I don't have
Because you got to get the Nintendo Online thing for like $20 a year.
I thought it was an expansion pack.
No. F-Zero 99, you just need the Switch Online service.
Got it.
Yeah. Like Tetris 99.
Oh, geez, I'm awful at Tetris.
Yeah, that's a fun game. But, all right, it was good seeing you again.
Good seeing you again.
All right. Okay. Sorry, got to get up a stretch here. Hold up. No, we don't want to match with the jingle bean. Bah humbug. Bah humbug. We ain't forgetting me. Bah humbug. Bah humbug. All right. So let's look at this market thing real quick. I gotta look at it just to be on the wacky side here. Let me see here.
That scared the absolute crap out of me.
Oh.
Hello.
How's it going?
I wasn't ready for the standby.
You are a guest on the Cara Carousel show.
Yeah, it scared the absolute piss out of me. What are you doing?
It's my new alert. Let you know that you gotta prepare your butt.
My butt is now clenched.
Your butt is now clenched. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Your butt is now clenched.
Hello.
Oh, my God. How's it going?
It's pretty good. Pretty good. How was your holidays?
It was all right. Day off.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's all it was. But freaking, what's his name when your buddy Squid was in my chat last week.
Oh, no. What did Squid do?
No. I was playing, what was I playing? I was playing Sifu.
Oh.
Yeah. I was playing that game. Yeah, he's
Did
like,
he
oh my
behave?
God, it's Mommy Man. Oh my God, it's Mommy Man. That's his nickname to me. Mommy Man.
Mommy Man.
I don't know. Mommy Man.
Congratulations, you've been infected by the Squiddy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Squiddy came in there like, oh my God, it's Mommy Man. Hi, Mommy Man. Like, oh my God. Does he not know what a Babaniku is?
Probably not.
Freaking. Oh man. But yeah.
I have to teach him.
Well, a Babaniku is a guy using a female model. That's all that is. That's the term.
Or Mommy Man, I guess.
Or Mommy Man, I guess, according to him. See, now I gotta commission a Mommy Man T-shirt. So now we gotta do that now for Squid. I gotta give Squid a Mommy Man T-shirt with my face on it.
He'd probably buy it.
I'm sure he would. Yeah, well, now, so what do you got anything planned for 2026? What you plan on doing?
Other than trying to stream more and making a semi-schedule, not much. I do have a 24-hour stream before the new year.
Yeah, not doing that. Hell no. I'll probably be asleep when New Year comes.
I got a boyfriend who could take over and stream while I'm streaming for me, you know.
Okay. One of the members of the studio audience says he will buy a Mommy Man shirt off Uwu Market.
See?
Okay, so
Look, Squiddy's just helping you make money right now.
Oh my God! All right, that'll be the goal for 2026. Figure out how to merchandise ourselves. We're gonna have merchandise eventually. So I gotta get a Dakamakura because you know people love those. Yeah. You got to sleep with Cara. Sleep with your favorite mommy man with the Cara Carousel Dakamakura available on the Uwu Market. So I got to find somebody to commission a Dakamakura, and so I can get the license to it.
Oh no! What have you done, Squiddy?
A Cara Carousel Dakamakura. It's gonna be clean though. I ain't gonna be naked. Bra and panties at most.
Just make it a swimsuit.
Nah, you're in the bed. Why would you wear a swimsuit to bed?
Why not?
Bra and panties. Show a little bit of ass. They gotta be black too. Black bra, black panties.
Hide the money, y'all.
Jesus Christ, being rated again.
Also, thanks for the follow, by the way.
I got rated. I'm sorry. I got scared.
Hello, Raiders. Welcome
Hello,
in.
Raiders. Welcome
to Cara Carousel.
To the Cara Carousel show. Shout out to 666 Hero for the raid. But for those who don't know who I am, I'm Cara Carousel. I'm an elf Vtuber, and this is vupechat, where we talk to Vtubers in a Omegle style website, and I basically turned it into a talk show where I have stupid fun on it. But this is Mama Blogfish, for those who don't know who this is.
Hello.
All right. There you go. All right, but that's what
we're talking about.
We were talking about merchandise coming up in 2026. Apparently, I need a Mommy Man T-shirt with my face on it, and then we also got to get a Dakamakura made. So you get to sleep with me any day of the week. That sounded so wrong.
Yeah, out of context, somebody clips that.
Yes, sleep with Cara with the Cara Carousel Dakamakura. He won't be interviewing then. He won't be asking. You'll be asking the questions then, or something stupid. Oh my!
Why
God.
do we always end up talking about making things?
I don't know. I actually got that armor commission. That whole armor set thing I was telling you about. I actually got
Heck
commissioned.
yeah!
So that'll be outfit number 3 or 4. So, but yeah.
Heck yeah!
So, but when the new year starts, I actually gonna get the bimbo outfit commission. So you might see that in maybe around February.
Ooh.
Yeah. Once my artist comes back from vacation, or once she's done, with holiday stuff. So I was like, all right, so I gotta give her $250.
Hey.
Yep.
Well,
all right.
It was lovely seeing you again.
Great seeing you too.
Have a great day.
All right. See you later. You have a nice one now. Oh, you were deciding between you or her. You were deciding between you or her. You wanted to raid. Oh man! Hey, T'Challa, what up? How you?
I'm doing well.
All right, well, that's good. Everything okay?
Hello. That's okay.
Hmm.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Uh-oh, he's having technical difficulties, folks.
All right, there you go. Hello there, I'm Luke.
You took your hat off.
Yeah, I'm a different person.
Oh, you're a different person
hello
now.
Hello there, I'm Luke. I'm Luke Firstberry. Middle scholar. I'm his Sota's assistant.
Oh, you're the assistant you're assistant squire.
Yeah.
Ah.
He'll be back in a few seconds time.
Okay. What do you do? When to go pee?
Nah. It's... All right, we're back. I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Back. All right. Hello there. Hello there again.
Hello again. You all right? You good?
Yeah, I do well.
Okay, just making sure. You kind of just sitting there.
Yeah.
But how was your holiday?
Yeah, it's pretty well.
Oh, it was? Okay. All right. What the hell? What is that?
Yeah, it's the art. Just the art.
Okay. Your own art. Okay. What is that? Is that you?
Is it? Yeah, it's made, but in the docker form.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's cool.
Oh.
That's all right. That's all right. That is all right. That is fantastic. All right. Wait, what time is it over there? It's late over there for you, isn't it? Or is it early?
It's early in the morning.
1 in the morning.
Early in the morning, like
early
6
morning.
a.m.
Oh, it's 6 in the morning. Okay. Well, all right. Well, it's nice seeing you again.
Have a good day.
All righty. You take care now. All right. Oh my God! You know what I should start doing? Hold on. We're gonna have some fun here. Hold on. Where is the? You know what? Yep. Pin that to the model right here. Put that right there. Put it right there, and then we'll put the. Where's the eye contact challenge sticker? And we'll put this one right here. Okay.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, Cara.
How's it going?
I'm good. Just patrolling Twitter, which is just terrible, and just relaxing. What about you?
All right. Well, we're still doing our talk show, but we're messing around here. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're just messing around right now.
Have you met that Eldritch Beast running around?
The Eldritch Beast? What are you
Yes.
talking about? Who's the Eldritch Beast?
Wow. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't met him yet.
No. Wait, is it the pink tentacle one?
Yeah.
With the weird looking eye with the.
Yes.
You must. Oh, Sensei Shenshu.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Like, oh my God, he was my first match today.
Oh boy, I wonder where he's been. He's been all over the place.
Oh man, I'm gonna have so many nightmares. Oh God.
Yeah, he's little pink with tentacles and with the eyes coming out.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think my alert might scare him.
Maybe.
Probably.
I know he scared me first time I met him. Oh my.
What, he freaked you out?
Yeah, that first time was because he caught me off guard the first time.
He probably like zoomed in real close.
No. He just had one model that was just playing. It was an expected like jump scare, but I thought it was gonna be something lame, like maybe like somebody's gonna scream or something like that. But it turned out to be his real model, which completely caught me off guard.
Oh, he gave you like the little boyish face first. Yeah. Oh, okay. He gave a boyish face, and then he whipped out the tentacles.
Yeah, and that mentally destroyed me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So how have you been?
I've been doing all right.
How's life?
It's fine.
For some reason, for some reason I cannot understand the Blue Sky. Have you tried Blue Sky yet?
I have a Blue Sky account. It's basically, I mean, I basically post what's ever on. I post on Twitter.
Huh. Oh, well, my time is almost running out. It was nice talking to you again, Miss Carol. Bye.
Good seeing you again.
You too.
Alrighty. Okay. Freaking Senshi Shenshu scared the hell out of Pale Moon Phantom. I wonder if freaking will Senshi get scared at the whatchamacallit? Will they get freaked out over the alert? The standby. What is so funny?
Your text is backwards.
It's backwards on your screen. I'm not flipping it. God damn it, I gotta flip it. It's backwards on your screen. It's not backwards on mine. Son of a bitch, hold on.
You just have to either mirror it or turn mirror video off.
Gotta flip this damn thing. See, I gotta accommodate people. Freaking stupid. Got me flipping everything. Gotta flip this thing here. All right, I locked that in there. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Flip that. So you're already looking at it, which means you already failed my stupid eye contact challenge. Since you're gonna do all that, okay, fine. We'll flip this one too. All right, we gotta unlock it, and then we gotta flip that one. Okay, then we gotta flip that, and there we go. Okay, all right, there we go. See, now the logo's backwards. See, I done messed it up again. See, God damn it. All right, let's see. Flip it back. All right, flip it back over. And there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, you failed the eye contact challenge. And the logo's backwards. I don't care at this point. It's not backwards on my screen. It's not on my stream. It is not backwards. I would use the OBS virtual camera, but I don't feel like it.
Fair, honestly, I can't get it to work to where I'm able to use it and stream at the same time and still have it look good in VoopChat. I'm like,
yeah, it looks like crap on VoopChat. And there's the surge.
Sunny fell for the Baka surge and then skipped. That's why I was laughing.
Oh my god. All right, let me flip this back. All right, who was that? That was Rose, right? That was Rose. That was Rose. Rose and then Rose and Rose. 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 There we go.
Hey,
hey, what up?
Not much.
How's it going?
How are you doing?
We're doing all right. We are doing all right. We gotta reset our whole stupid thing here. We gotta reset this.
Yeah,
I meant to do this when I first got the model, but I haven't done it. It's the first time I'm doing it now.
Okay.
The eye contact challenge.
Okay, it is backwards for me.
Son of a bitch! All right, I'm turning this off. I'm turning it off. I'm turning it off. I'm turning this stupid thing off. This thing is a waste of time. You freaking piece of crap ass mirrored ass mirror. And good lord, I'm getting rated again. Why am I getting rated again?
With your broke
Oh my
ass.
god! All right, shout outs to who rated me this time. Napoleon. Shout out to Napoleon. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? That's the third raid in like 10 minutes.
420 Trish in my chat said that they failed instantly on the eye contact challenge.
Oh shoot! But anyway, yeah. How's it going? How's it going?
It's going good.
All right.
So yeah, I'll also be honest. I did fail the challenge because I was actually reading. I was actually reading it.
You were reading the thing, and you were like, "What's that saying?"
Yeah, words right. Yeah, words right here. Oh, words right there.
And they failed both. Oh lordy! Is the wacko sweet hug on?
I think so. I got no idea. I saw that they helped in I saw that she helped in the VTube studio.
Okay, she's probably about to go on her rounds. Like, if you see Cara, let them know Sweetheart said hi. That she did it again, and freaking, I'm like, you son of a bitch. 6 months later, she did it again. That's gonna be the ongoing joke. Now, if you run into somebody, if you run into my friend, his name is Cara Carousel. Let them know the Sweet Hug said hi. Oh, oh boy. Whoo! Now, do you have any plans going into the new year? What do you plan on doing next year? Or do you have any plans at all?
I got more like goals for at the moment. Yeah, one is to reach 500 followers over on the green side, as well as reach the front page on the green side.
Ah, okay. Front page on the green side.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Every one of my friends has been on there except me.
Ah, well, I'm not on the green side, so I don't know what the green side is like.
Yeah, a lot less integration until they release the API. Then I'm going to put in the exact same thing.
Oh, okay. Now, is there like a point reward system on the green side, or?
Yes, there is. So you get channel points.
Oh, so you do get okay. Okay, I gotta figure out. Okay.
Yeah, at the moment it's all verbal.
Oh boy. Oh, you better moderate that joint.
No, by all verbal I mean like you can't put sounds in it or anything like that. You just gotta actually mainly put in the timers.
Yeah, because you freaking you know how crazy people are. We'll put anything on there.
Oh yeah, like I even got one rule already, and it's when I get the ephemeray model that you cannot stack the strip redeem on top of the switch model redeem.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because that'll get me banned on all sites.
Oh.
Well, except maybe the blue site.
Oh, maybe the blue site probably you'll get you. Okay.
Yeah, Fansly.
Oh, Fansly.
I don't have an account there or anything. I just got a friend that streams on Fansly.
Ah, well, we know what she's doing over there. I had to go check it out.
I'm on the Discord server.
Oh. Okay. I need to re-edit my Discord server. I gotta make some changes in there.
I've been working on mine a little bit here and there, kind of been making sure that people can make their own choose the roles they want.
Yeah.
So if they want to join them on movie nights.
Yeah. Oh shit, I'm sorry, but all right, but it's been good seeing you again.
Yeah, good seeing you too.
All right, see you later.
Oh yeah, have a good one. See you around.
All right. And how's it going, Napoleon? But yeah, it's good seeing you. Good seeing you. Uh-oh.
Don't mind it. I know you're looking at. Oh, hi, Cal.
You're playing Minecraft.
Yep. I don't know what I was doing there.
All right. Wait, what?
Yep, I'm playing Minecraft.
You have no idea what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing, but anyway. How you doing?
Doing all right. And I see you got to climb up, hit those rose bush.
Are you shocked about rose bushes?
I don't know. You just hit a rose bush. What'd it do to you?
I need its blood.
Oh. Well, you can craft those. Into what?
Red dye. I can change things red.
Ah.
Some sand. I need some cows. I need to kill me some cows.
All right, you gotta go find cows. Swimming.
But how you been, Cow?
Hanging in there. I think there's football on. I think that's right now.
I think that's later. For me.
Oh, let's see. NFL.com.
Packer and Ravens game is today, I think.
Yeah, and freaking they gotta well, Ravens need to win their next two just to get into the playoffs. And Cleveland or Pittsburgh needs to lose their next two. Otherwise the Ravens are out.
Yeah. Aren't the Chiefs out of playoffs this year?
Oh, they were out last week. Yeah, they out. They were out like 2 weeks ago. Hey, shoot, they got their asses kicked.
I bet all the Swifties are crying.
Oh, they got their asses whipped. Glorious day.
I am tired of seeing them at the Super Bowl, I gotta say.
Glorious day that they are out of the playoffs. Finally. But the Eagles are still in, though.
Wow, Eagle. Blah. Don't like the Eagles.
I mean, if I was still a commander in the Commanders area, they would be our NFC East rival. But I mean, I mean, they're defending champs, so.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they freaking Chiefs got their asses whooped. I don't know. Patriots might be a silent contender here.
I'm not sure about the Patriots. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a real toss up because you don't know if the players are going to decide to perform the best.
Where are they going to be in Super Bowl? What is this? Super Bowl 50? No, 60.
Jeez.
Yeah, LX 60. Yeah, Santa Clara. They're playing there.
Oh,
they're
Santa
playing
Clara.
there.
Well,
they're playing there of all Santa Clara. They're playing in Santa Clara. Oh, there's some cows. Chop them up. Ground beef their asses. Why they got so much health? The cows got so much health on them. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, right.
You didn't even give me his skin. I need his leather.
Oh.
Give me your hide.
You can't make guns in Minecraft?
Well, Minecraft did a whole thing where they got rid of all the gun mods and whatnot.
Oh. You bust a cap in a cow. Why does it allow you charging at you?
Because, he's not the smartest. Oh, finally.
Oh, there you go. You got some leather.
I killed 4 cows and got 1.
All right, you gotta keep killing them.
At least I'm getting meat.
Yeah, I guess that's meat you can cook for.
There's some more.
For food, I assume.
I mean, that's what the normal purpose of meat is.
I mean, I don't know. I don't play Minecraft.
Fair.
I was thinking about getting it, but I don't have it.
I've been playing since beta, so.
Ah, so you like an OG of Minecraft.
I've been playing since I was in diapers.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. Yeah, that's quite a long time. Quite a long time. But all right, I'll leave
a quarter of your life.
I'll leave you to it.
All right, see you, Cara.
You have a nice one now. Regan, Minecraft. What's with y'all playing games? What's with y'all playing games on stream? Minecraft. Playing Minecraft on stream.
Hello there.
What up?
Not much. How are you?
Doing all right.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Hanging in there.
How was... Oh.
Wait,
I'm glad to hear you're hanging.
How was what?
How was your Christmas?
It was fine. I was at home doing nothing. I wasn't doing nothing.
Okay.
I wasn't doing nothing on Christmas. I was sitting here chilling. Almost fell asleep a few times, but yeah, it was all right.
Have no family over or anything?
Just my mom. That's about it. I mean, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't too bad, but yeah, so enjoyed the day off.
Honestly, fair. Good to hear you had some relaxation.
Yeah, a little bit. Little bit of chilling.
A little bit had the whole day off. A little bit of chilling like a villain.
Yeah. We're planning. I'm planning my 2026 stuff. I'm trying to do some research on that. Mostly
Ooh.
music production streams.
Ooh.
I plan on doing
Interesting.
those. Plan on, because I DJ, and I DJ as a hobby, so I also dabbled in a bit of music production. So we're learning how to produce music.
Ooh. Okay. I'm kind of intrigued now.
Mostly, well, I mean, I kind of have an idea on how to produce like disco house, funky house, a little bit of trance, and some drum and bass.
Ooh, I like the sound. I love myself a bit of house music.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm part of a DJ record pool where I can just buy music. No, I'm part of 2 record pools, actually. Yeah.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Very nice.
Yeah. Because I used to DJ in Final Fantasy 14.
How? Explain that to me.
Okay. In Final Fantasy 14, there's a housing market, or there's a housing community where you can build houses and build, you can build houses in 14. And usually owned by guilds, or they're called free companies in that game, where you can construct houses and you can put stuff in them. Some of those free companies will take those houses and turn them into nightclubs, bars, a few casinos. I think there's a strip club in there somewhere. There's one housing community that has an aquarium in there, and yeah. Oh, Reaver said hi, by the way.
Oh, Reaver, hello. I wouldn't mind we just talked.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I was going. Yeah. Reaver said hi.
Hello, Reaver.
Yeah.
I know. I just talked to you, and I already forgot.
You already forget. You just talked to him.
I'm brain dead, all
Good
right.
Lord. You literally just talk to him. You should be writing it down like me. Write down the people
you write down our conversations?
I write down the people I run into. I got a binder. Actually, this binder I have is almost full. I've been doing it for 6 months. That way I don't lose track. And any new people I run into, I can put on my spreadsheet.
Your spreadsheet? Okay, that's crazy.
I have a Google spreadsheet that shows me everybody that I've talked to over the course since on vupechat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why? Is it just so you remember everyone? Or?
That and yeah, that mostly to remember everybody.
Okay. Not something I personally thought of doing, but
in September. That was the first time I ran into you.
Oh.
I literally just typed it in.
Okay, that's crazy.
I literally just typed in your name and oh yeah, Mr. Slime, yeah. Because we were talking about Nikkei cards.
Smart idea. I might set that up for next time. We'll go from the new year.
Well, you're gonna be an elephant next year.
I'm gonna be an elephant? Wait, what?
I heard elephant.
I said I'm gonna start that next year.
Oh, start writing people's names
VODs.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, it's good seeing you again.
You too.
All right. See you later. There is no A in my name, goddammit. Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, that was mad. Start.
You alright?
Yeah, I was live. I had to cancel it.
Oh, you're not live no more?
I was.
You were?
I had all my. I was like this. What was it? That I couldn't figure out which button it was with bag. Every time I press bag, it's always that. Anyway, that was it's all done now. Anyway.
Oh, what were you streaming?
Oh, for this, like what you are.
Oh, what I'm doing, streaming vupechat.
Yeah, stream just chatting.
Ah.
I tried to turn it on later.
Okay. All right. Well, you'll try turning it on later.
Yep.
Okay, but what? Other than that, you all right?
Yeah, I'm alright. How was your Christmas?
It was all right. It was freaking day off. Enjoying my day off. Just chilling and napping and sleeping.
All right.
Yeah. Recovering from, I don't know what I was recovering from. I wasn't really doing anything. I literally, what did I do on Christmas? I don't even remember. I was planning stuff. I'm planning stuff, but I'm always doing something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're planning for 2026.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad then.
No, it's not. It's not. So, but now for me, my New Year's goals is to do more virtual meetups because the last one I did, so much fun.
Oh wow.
I did a virtual meetup on a robot. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's cool then.
Yeah, cost a little bit of money, but freaking it was fun. I went to Atlanta without having to jump on a plane.
All right. Why's it always echoing? Can you hear that echo?
Yeah, that's on you. That's on your end.
Is it really?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Why is it like that? It never happened before.
I don't know why it's doing that.
That's weird.
Yeah,
because I still got. Oh, that's why.
Oh, you figured it out?
I got my OBS on.
Oh, there you go. That probably. Oh, there it goes. That's probably why you got the echo.
I muted it because I was live.
Oh, you were live, but you're not live no more.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's better. Okay. That is better.
All right. Yeah, that's a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right. Well, that's all right. Cool. Cool.
When I hear myself as well, well, that's a bit.
Yeah, I was wondering why. I was like, you okay over there? Oh man.
It's like an empty room.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it kind of did.
Yeah, it's better now. How do you add? Instead of using a mic, is there any way people can hear my stream without putting a mic on? Actually, on OBS.
Well, the way my audio is set up, I have my audio going through my headphones.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, that's how I have mine. Otherwise, it would be on my desktop speakers. And yeah, anytime I'm streaming vupechat, anything I'm streaming, period, I always have my audio through my headphones, not my desktop speakers. Really? Yeah.
I'm just doing everything everything just through the speaker.
Yeah, get you some headphones and transfer the audio over there.
Yeah, I could use my Xbox ones. Ooh, but they're proper headphones. They're proper bit, not the Xbox like the day. They're proper good ones.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I should use them.
Yeah, give those a try.
Yeah. Let's do a normal chat.
All right.
First the tracking didn't work. Then this happened.
All right. Well, I'll see you later.
When we set up, yeah.
All right. Well, you have a good one now.
Yeah, you too.
All right. All right, we're gonna do like maybe 2 or 3 more because I gotta get ready to get out of here. Oh, there's Hubs. Ah! Hey, you saw I was on. It was like, all right, I'm getting on vupechat and see what Cara's up to.
What's up, Cara? How you doing?
Doing all right.
How's it going?
We're doing all right. Doing good.
getting a little bit of audio issue here. I don't know what's going on, but it's all good. I'm having a great time. Should you be getting ready for a wrestling show or something?
Yeah, I'm about to leave, and after I talk to like 2 more people. The show don't start until 7. It takes me like a half hour to get over there. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of a situation I have here if I want to go to ECW Arena. So yeah, it takes me about like 20 minutes.
This one's over in Joppa, over in MCW.
Oh, so what's MCW? What's that stand for?
Maryland Championship Wrestling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I might go to the show tomorrow, but I don't know. There's a show tomorrow with James Ellsworth, because he's the king of Maryland. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's at the shows over here all the time too. Him and him. Yeah, he's usually at every MCW show. Usually at most of them.
Nice. There's this death core wrestling promotion that's in South Jersey that I've been meaning to go out and see. I'm not a fan of the deathcore wrestling, but it's a little too extreme for me. But I have a friend who does it. He goes by the name of Anthrax.
Is that hardcore? But
it's like you pretty much are covered in blood by the end of the match. Like think CZW, but like way beyond the extremes.
So instead of light tubes, they're using like actual
cutters and stuff like that.
Oh, see, yeah, hell no. See, that's a little bit too much. That's way too much. So
yeah, that's a bit too extreme for me.
Like FMW.
Yeah,
that kind of.
But like I said, I have a friend who I've been meaning to go out and see him wrestle, even though I'm not a fan of that style of wrestling. He goes by the name of Anthrax, and he's actually going to be hanging it up about halfway through next year. So I want to at least
he's done
go over the bridge and see him a couple times.
All right, I gotta look up this deathcore wrestling.
Let me see what my boy Anthrax with 2X. Let me look him up real quick.
I found his Instagram. Anthrax versus Jess Moss, light tube death match.
Yep, deathmatch style. That's what I meant. I don't know why I kept saying deathcore.
Is this
because that's what's all going on.
H2O
it's one of my favorite
wrestling?
genres.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
H2O. All right, it's on YouTube. Okay. All right, which one's Anthrax? Okay, I'm guessing it's the guy because he's fighting whoever Jess Moss is. It's an intergender death match.
Intergender, yeah, they have those too.
How y'all have intergender death matches?
Oh, they have some crazy shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's deathcore. They a big guy. And they have it
right
in there. Look like, that's definitely hardcore, all right. Y'all are crazy doing light tubes and freaking hell no. Absolutely not. I'll watch, but getting hit by it, you gotta pay me more money.
No, I think I would rather get a chop across the chest from Alpha Jr. than get hit by a light tube.
I will take a chop. I'll take a world's strongest slam. Shit. Hell no, freaking. And
I'll let Big Show choke slam me any day. Not a light tube though.
Yeah, freaking not them light tubes.
Hell no.
And Jess Moss almost got Irish whipped into the. They almost got Irish whipped into the light tubes that are attached to the ropes. Okay.
It's some crazy shit they got going on there.
Yeah,
that's like backyard wrestling, but like somehow made pro.
Y'all are crazy over there.
They are. Yeah, people in Jersey are crazy. That's all.
Delaware's even worse.
Yeah, I know. I used to work in Delaware. They are crazy.
Delaware ain't got no laws down there for wrestling. Anything goes.
Yeah, they are crazy. Yeah,
friggin' insane.
All right.
Well, but I'll see you later.
I'll see you around, man. Good talking to you.
I'm gonna watch this match as I drive to the wrestling show.
All right. Peace.
See you later. All right. So, all right, we're gonna do one more. Then we gotta bounce. Or get ready to bounce. Or maybe. Hey, oh, damn! You come in.
Is this a post-holiday? It's post-Christmas special, huh?
I guess it is.
So, how's your day? How's your year been?
It's been all right. It's been all right.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play as usual. Same year, same shit. New year, probably gonna be the same shit, but in a different year.
Okay.
Which is probably just gonna end up being me getting absolutely wasted. Because that's actually my plan for my New Year's.
Oh, it's to get wasted?
Yep.
You're gonna get wasted on New Year's Eve?
Yep.
Okay, I'll probably be either sleeping or playing video games.
Getting wasted, probably gonna stream my adventures of wasted stupidity as a New Year's party. And then, well, I don't know. Pass out, wake up, probably try and fight off the people I pissed off while drunk.
Oh.
Not the first time that happened.
Okay.
And make sure my organs are in place and somebody didn't decide to give me the old Bill Cosby treatment and rip out my kidney.
Okay.
That's happened more times to a lot of people, and I'm just prepared for that at this point. And besides, if they take a kidney, they're probably going to take the bad one, so
Yeah, probably so.
50-50. A 50-50
There's a
chance.
50-50 shot of you getting the wrong kidney. You just got to figure out which one.
Just like you hear on the news, random guy's kidney just exploded. Local guy with one kidney screams, ha, 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 ha. Screams, ha, ha. And says, that was my kidney. You got the wrong kidney, dipshit.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
You got the wrong kidney. What do you mean you got... Oh, so it stole my kidney and he died from a kidney explosion, so... yeah, he stole my... That was my kidney.
Good Lord. How do we get this talk about kidneys?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you
I've been coughing up a storm recently. Huh?
I said probably your excess drinking is going to mess up your kidneys.
I mean, I'm not drinking right now.
Well, no.
You have a really bad cough right now, so...
Although alcohol might actually help.
Yeah, I kind of went to the doctor for it, and it turns out it was nothing. It's just been nothing. Like, I've been having a cough for a week. It's nothing. And I also got a fucking ear infection at the same... when I woke up to go to the doctor about it.
Ooh.
You know what, I probably should... So, yeah. Turns out there's nothing in my lungs, so that's good. I don't have, like, cancer or super cancer.
And it's probably just a cold, probably. Nothing too severe.
Why would a cold make me cough? You think the cold will make me, cold?
Or, I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Neither am I. I haven't been a doctor since the fucking 1400s. And even then, it was a plague doctor type of thing. AKA, I knew how to cut someone's hair while amputating their fucking leg. Yeah, never ask me for a little off the top. Because I will take it a bit more literal.
You'll take way more than a little off.
No, I mean, I'll be taking a little off the top of your flesh, probably.
Okay.
Hey, I specialized in lobotomies and all sorts of things in the 1400s when I was disguised as a plague doctor.
Yeah, well, yes.
Also bloodletting, surprisingly enough. People used to believe that if you drained out a lot of the blood, a lot of diseases would go away. Which I guess in some theory could make sense, but I just threw leeches on it.
You need blood to kind of breathe.
Survive. Yeah, but if it's just draining enough blood, you have to find that sweet spot fast enough. It's like, yeah, that's enough of your blood. All right. Do get some new, better blood in there anyways, and it'll outweigh all the bad blood.
I mean, at least you get cookies.
No, I didn't get any cookies.
You don't get... I mean, usually when people get blood drawn, they get cookies.
No, I was the one drawing the blood. I don't know how to bake.
You gotta give them cookies.
I didn't give cookies back then.
Anytime you draw blood, you gotta give cookies.
I was in Germany during the 1400s.
You gotta get cookies. We need cookies when you get blood drawn.
Yeah, only cookies I could. I didn't even know how to make a cookie. There wasn't even a bakery nearby.
God damn it, you need cookies. I want my cookies, Plague. I want my cookies.
Then go to the bakery. I'll give you $5.
Give me some cookies. I need my cookies. I'm getting blood drawn.
Yeah, fun fact. I was in Germany. Yeah, I've been in Germany since the 1400s, and guess what? Guess what chocolate showed up to Germany? It's 1700s. We didn't have chocolate.
We need the cookies, goddammit. All right, you know, we're gonna do. All right, I would say we're gonna do one more, but we're gonna do one more. Yeah, all right? I don't hear you. You are quiet on my stream. You are quiet. You gotta change settings. Hopefully you change settings. Maybe. We don't know. Oh, there it is.
I'm here.
I
But
hear it.
unfortunately, I've got to get another call. I said I'd call someone back.
Oh.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. All right, now we'll do one more. Maybe one more. Yeah, one more. Maybe. All right, so we'll say again. All right, we're going to raid. Hold on. We got to find somebody to raid. Let me see here. We're going to raid. We're probably going to raid Crest. Crest Lupin, who I met on vupechat from friggin'. We'll raid him. Well, we'll do one more of these. But I told you this would be a short episode. Make sure my ticket's in my pocket, and there it is. Yeah.
It's you again. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
Oh, you're live. Again.
Yeah, I'm always live whenever I'm on vupechat. I am always live.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
It's going all right. Going all right.
Your moving chat.
It's going good. It's going good. Going good. I'm about to bounce out of here after I'm done talking with you.
Oh, okay. I hope I'm not like stopping you.
No. No, I got time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now wait, now your pixel art. How long does it take to? What's your turnaround time?
Come again.
How long does it take? Like, if say I wanted to commission your pixel art on your VGen.
Oh, I'm actually kind of fast, but it can take me from like 6 hours to 3 days.
Oh, okay.
If it's like if I have any difficulties, but it's kind of fast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at it. I might get some pixel art done.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. You're like, hey, you did pixel art. I'm like, holy crap, that's amazing. It's kick ass.
Thank you.
Yeah, freaking. So, but I got you bookmarked. So, in case I need some pixel, I got you in mind.
Thank you. I appreciate.
Yep. So, but yeah, we're looking. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, but all right. But other than that, you doing all right?
Yeah, actually need to upload some more, like more art in general to VGen.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're gonna do more art.
Yeah, I have to do some 3D models, and I have to do some other stuff. I've been working on. Have you played like any Capcom fighting games, like old school fighting games?
Yes, I have. How old school are we
So
talking?
I've been, yeah, like I don't know, MBC 2.
Oh, yeah.
Street Fighter 3.
Street Fighter, yep.
So I've been working on making friends characters into that kind of style,
Oh, okay, in that style, okay.
Yeah.
In like a 2D sprite, basically.
Yeah.
With with like full like fighting game movements and stuff.
That will take like a lot more time because
you gotta animate. Because you gotta animate it.
Exactly, and on top of that, when you are animating a fighting like moves and stuff, you have to pay close attention to how you animate it, because it can look really weird.
Mm-hmm. You gotta incorporate like startup frames and recovery frames and yeah.
Yeah, it's
because I was looking to do like a Mugen, or not a Mugen, like a Beats of Rage game. You ever heard of Beats of Rage, which is like the Streets of Rage? It's like a beat 'em up engine.
I never heard about.
Yeah. It's a beat 'em up engine where people make games on them.
Actually, I'm gonna have to look that up because I really love beat 'em up games.
Yeah, I love me some beat 'em ups. Yeah, beat 'em ups are awesome. Yeah, Beats of Rage.
Oh, there it is. There's people making one for.
The one of the most recent ones I found was a Power Rangers one.
Ooh, is that the official one or?
No, not official. No. It's a fan made game.
There's an official one coming up.
Yeah, these are all fan made games.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, you could probably make your own beat 'em up with that now, with your pixel art characters, and I could be the main character.
I will. Of course. I actually would love to. I made like. Oh, my timer's going off.
You made what?
So, like, if it was an actual game, but it actually is not. With my friends' sprites on them. Let me get it for you.
Ooh.
Here. Actually reposted it a few days ago.
Oh, DM it to me on Discord because I'm not gonna be able to look at it.
Oh, do I have you on Discord? Where's your? Where can I find
hold
you?
on. Let me see if I can see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can see it. Oh crap! I gotta log in. I'm not logged in on this browser, but I have it up though. I'm gonna keep it up.
Thank you.
I'm gonna keep it so I can look at it. I'm gonna look at it on my other browser. So, but yeah.
It was really nice to see you again.
Yeah,
bro.
nice seeing you too.
Thank you for the chat.
Yeah, no problem. You have a nice night now.
Well, I'll see you around.
All right. And with that, we gotta go. I know this is a short episode, but normally we usually have a whole bunch of stuff going on here. But I'm gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid Crest Lupin. Let me see if he's online right now. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. All right, so. All right, nice hanging. It's nice hanging with you guys today, but I appreciate you guys. I will see you all tomorrow on the last episode of the Cara Carousel show. Nice having you here today. Great seeing you. We're going to raid Crest Lupin. He's playing, what's he playing? Team Fight Tactics. Tell him I said hi. Toodles.